If people keep disrespecting you, it's not random. It's a pattern, and it can be stopped instantly. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to command respect without shouting, without arguing, and without losing control, using powerful Stoic principles practiced by Marcus Aurelius. Stay with me, because one simple shift can change how everyone treats you. Brain demand better. How to silence disrespect instantly. Stoicism. Disrespect rarely begins with others. It begins with what you tolerate. The way people treat you is often a reflection of the boundaries you allow. If you ignore small signs of disrespect, they grow. If you tolerate them, they become normal. Stoicism teaches that your power is not in controlling others, it is in controlling yourself. Your reactions, your standards, and your presence define how people respond to you. Before we go deeper, subscribe to this channel now for more powerful Stoic lessons that will help you build confidence, discipline, and unshakable self-respect. One of the fastest ways to silence disrespect is through calmness. Most people react emotionally when disrespected. They raise their voice, argue, or try to prove a point. But this only lowers their position. Calmness, on the other hand, creates authority. When you stay composed, you send a message. You are not easily shaken. You are in control. A calm response forces the other person to adjust. It shifts the dynamic instantly. Because true power is quiet, not loud. Another powerful shift is learning to speak less but with intention. Weak responses come from over-explaining, defending, or trying too hard to be understood. Strong individuals don't rush to justify themselves. They choose their words carefully. Sometimes, a short, direct response carries more weight than a long explanation. When you speak with clarity and confidence, people listen differently. Your words gain power because they are controlled. There is also strength in silence. Not every situation requires a response. Not every comment deserves your energy. Sometimes, the strongest move is to say nothing at all. Silence can be uncomfortable for others. It creates space. It forces them to reflect on their behavior. And it shows that you are not desperate for validation or approval. But silence is only powerful when it comes from confidence, not fear. Another key behavior is setting boundaries without apology. Many people struggle with this because they fear conflict or rejection. But without boundaries, respect cannot exist. A boundary is not aggression. It is clarity. It is a simple statement of what you will and will not accept. You don't need to explain it endlessly. You don't need to justify it, you simply enforce it. And over time, people learn how to treat you based on what you allow. A weak response to disrespect is trying to win every argument. But strength is not about winning, it is about choosing what matters. Not every battle deserves your attention. Stoicism teaches you to focus on what is within your control. Other people's opinions are not, their behavior is not. But your response always is. When you stop trying to control others and start mastering yourself, you become untouchable. Another silent way to command respect is through your presence. The way you walk, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, it all communicates something. Confidence is not forced. It is built through discipline and self-respect. When you respect yourself, it shows. And when it shows, others notice. You don't need to demand respect loudly. Your presence does it for you. There is also power in detachment. When you are emotionally attached to how people treat you, you become reactive. You take everything personally. But when you detach, you see clearly. You realize that many people act from their own insecurities, not from your worth. And once you understand this, their words lose power. Detachment gives you control. It allows you to respond with clarity instead of emotion. Another mistake people make is trying to please everyone. They avoid confrontation, say yes when they mean no, and tolerate behavior they shouldn't. But people-pleasing invites disrespect. Because when you constantly prioritize others over yourself, you send a message that your standards are low. A strong individual is kind, but not weak. Respectful, but not submissive. They know when to say no and they say it without guilt. There is also strength in consistency. You cannot demand respect one day and tolerate disrespect the next. People learn from patterns. If you allow something once, it becomes an expectation. Consistency builds reputation. And reputation shapes how others treat you. When your standards are clear and consistent, people adjust their behavior accordingly. Finally, understand this. Respect is not something you chase. It is something you build. Through discipline. Through self-control. Through the way you carry yourself daily. When you stop seeking respect and start becoming someone who naturally commands it, everything changes. People speak to you differently. They treat you differently. They respond to you differently. Not because you demanded it, but because you became it. Final message. If you've watched this far, you already understand something most people don't. Respect starts from within. Now imagine applying this mindset every day. Your confidence grows, your presence strengthens, and disrespect fades away without effort. Subscribe to this channel right now for more Stoic wisdom that will help you build discipline, confidence, and an unshakable mindset. Because the truth is, you don't need to fight for respect. You need